Hi, this is Vijay Sandhu, your teacher and your mentor in your UPSC journey. Today we are talking about very important topic. It is COP30, yani Conference of Parties 30. First of all, it was held in Belém of Brazil. The first question is that why Belém in Brazil? Actually, Brazil is a Amazon country and Amazon is known for its rainforest. So, Belém is the region in the Amazon basin. Actually, what is the outcome of this COP30? First time, all the countries agreed to phase out the fossil fuels because we know the main reason behind the global warming is fossil fuels. First of all, you must know about the fossil fuels. If we talk about the fossil fuels, so we can include petroleum, coal, and natural gas. In petroleum, coal, and natural gas, main constituent is carbon. And if we ignite this carbon or if combustion take place, because on earth we know combustion need oxygen, and when carbon combine with oxygen, it forms CO2. The main problem is the emission of CO2, and CO2 is a global warming causing gas or greenhouse gas. So main problem about the global warming, it is due to the CO2. So for to cut the emission of CO2, we have to phase out the fossil fuel because there is a target of net zero by 2070. Now you should know about the net zero. What is net zero? Net zero simply means the emission of carbon or CO2 simply plus capturing or absorption, and it can be done with the help of natural or artificial methods. Here come the topic of carbon sink, which means the plants, and if we talk about the carbon sequestration, there are various methods for storage of carbon. Okay, so to achieve net zero, we have to phase out all the fossil fuels, but there is no universal consent on it. But first time all the countries agreed upon the we have to phase out these fossil fuels. Okay, so we can say what will be the future if we phase out fossil fuels. What will be the future of the world? You must know that 80% energy of the world belongs to the fossil fuels only. If we phase out these fossil fuels, what will be the future of energy source? Now we are relying upon the renewable energy. What do you know about the renewable energy? Renewable energy simply means with the help of renewable sources. For example, solar. If we talk about the sun, wind energy. These type of energies are known as renewable. And I think you know, India is focusing over the national green hydrogen policies here. Green hydrogen policy. Because green hydrogen is also a alternate of these type of fossil fuels, and we will rely more on green hydrogen. Okay, second, in India there is semiconductor mission also. Semiconductor, we can sorry, semiconductor mission. Why? Because on semiconductors All these solar panels, they directly depend upon the semiconductors like silicon, germanium, these type of semiconductors. Okay. So global warming is a big concern. If we talk about the history of this global warming, we have to know about the Kyoto Protocol. 1997, it was COP3. In COP3, there was a target to reduce the amount of greenhouse gases. But 2008 to 2012, in first target, we failed to achieve these targets. But then in Doha Amendment, in 2012, the target became 2012 to 2020. But in between, Paris Agreement took place. Paris Agreement took place. In Paris Agreement, the one major problem was the responsibility. Because in Kyoto Protocol, emission cutting totally depended upon the developed countries. But in Paris Agreement, there is national determined contribution, NDC. And in NDC, all the countries contribute to cut the greenhouse gases emission according to their targets. There are separate targets for there. Okay. So we discuss about the COP30. Now we know why Belém, because Belém represent the Amazon ecosystem, and Amazon ecosystem means rainforest, and rainforests are known as the lungs of the earth. If there are lungs of earth, so it means there is any problem to the lungs, then there will be problem in breathing, and directly there is relation with the oxygen. And global warming is the concern of the world, and global warming directly related to the CO2. And emission of CO2 belongs to the fossil fuels. If we don't, or if we failed to control the fossil fuel emission, we can't achieve the Paris Agreement target. Because in Paris Agreement, there was a decision that we will try, yani anyhow, we will not allow the global warming more than 2 degrees Celsius. And we will try to limit it at 1.5 degrees Celsius. So to achieve these targets net zero, we have to cut down all the fossil fuels, and we should rely on the more renewable energy. And two alternate sources are solar energy, and second is there is our green hydrogen. Okay, that's in this topic. Thank you.